Ciao, sono Elisa, interior designer.
Hi, I'm Elisa, interior designer at diotti.com. In this video, we'll talk about how to furnish the entrance of your home and what furniture to choose to make the entrance a welcoming, practical, and functional space. In the analysis of the best furniture, we'll take into account the different types of entrances, and therefore we'll talk about large entrances, small entrances, practically non-existent entrances because the door opens directly onto the open plan living room or kitchen, an entrance in the hallway, or entrance under the stairs. Lots of ideas and practical tips accompanied by photos and inspirational images. What furniture, furnishings, and accessories should be expected at the entrance to the home? The must-haves are coat and clothes hangers, shelves and countertops, chests of drawers, storage and shoe racks, mirrors, lamps and spotlights, and rugs. To be included, all or only, some according to taste, needs an available space. About hangers, shoe racks, shelves, mirrors, and lamps, we will talk in depth in a moment. Let us now focus on rugs. A rug at the entrance is a great idea for trapping dust that comes in through the door or settles under the soles of shoes. It's also useful for resting bags without dirtying the floor, for removing raincoats without wetting the towels or hardwood floors, and for drying your four-legged friend when returning home from a walk in the rain. It's strictly to be chosen according to the size and shape of the entrance. Let's go back to the useful and indispensable furniture and see what the functions of the entryway are and its real purpose. Contain, hang, support, decorate. If you want to use the entrance as a storage space, you will need a storage unit, which can be a closet, a coat rack, an actual wardrobe with one or more doors, a shoe cabinet, a storage ottoman, a storage mirror, or even a bench with a storage drawer. If the main function of your entryway, on the other hand, is hanging, coat racks and hangers certainly cannot be missed. You can choose from wall hooks, colorful knobs, freestanding coat racks, vertical hangers, and fitted panels. A freestanding coat stand can also solve many problems by acting as both a coat rack and a living room divider, or entryway compositions with a built-in panel with a coat rack, or again, a hanging composition with a metal framed shelf that acts as a support for coat hangers. You can go for simplicity or choose designer complements, perhaps with built-in light. If in the entrance you just want a space to place your purse, wallet, keys, and mail, then opt for shelves, a fixed console, or a small sideboard or bench. There are also mirrors with built-in shelves that combine two functions in one. If you have a large entryway and you don't have issues with organizing the space down to the centimeter, you can focus on making the entryway just beautiful. This is where rugs, armchairs, and tables with sculptures and knickknacks and decorative mirrors come to your aid. Let's now take a look at the different types of entryways and how to make use of the space available, whether large or small. For each type of entrance hall, we'll see some ideas for organizing it and the best furniture to decorate it. A house without an entrance or entrance on the living room, a small entrance, a large and spacious entrance hall, an entrance directly into the kitchen, a corridor entrance, a niche entrance, or an entrance under the stairs or space under a mezzanine. What kind of entrance do you have? A house without an entrance or with an entrance directly into the living room. Increasingly, modern homes do not have a proper entrance, but the entrance opens directly into the open plan living area. If your home does not have a separate entrance, the best solution is to take advantage of the walls adjacent to the door. Remember, the four main functions are contain, hang, support, and decorate, and to choose furniture that is essential to you. Alternatively, you can convert some of the living room furniture to entryway furniture. You can use the shelves of the bookcase or the wall unit as pocket emptiers and the compartments with closed doors as wardrobes and shoe racks. If the size of the living room allows, another solution is to create a filter, a fifth partition, by raising plasterboard walls or taking advantage of a double-sided bookcase or tall cabinet. If the entrance is practically non-existent, you can opt for a bookcase built into the sofa. The effect will be minimal, but still there will be very useful storage space. On the other hand, if your open-plan living room is large and you have enough space, you can create a separate entrance with a dividing closet to be equipped on the door side with coat racks and shoe shelves. If you don't need hanging space, you can opt for a low cabinet such as a sideboard, a console, or a composition of hanging drawers with a mirror. A footstool can be useful for sitting or to sock shoes, resting your bag, or even as a piece of furniture. Small entrance. If there is minimal space at the entrance to your home, choose only a few items. Just a shelf and a few wall knobs will do the trick aesthetically and functionally. If there is little or very little walkable square footage, aim for a ceiling hanger. If the space is limited but you have the opportunity to take advantage of a corner, choose an opening and swiveling mirror panel that turns into a coat rack when needed. Then, go for space-saving, slim, shallow furniture. Small console tables, shallow-depth shoe racks that can also be placed behind a door, slim panels with a coat rack and mirror. Otherwise, even a valet stand can save you from clutter. You can move them to the hallway or another room if you don't like the idea of leaving them exposed when you have guests. Large entrance hall. In a spacious entryway, you can fit everything you want. Start with shelves, coat racks, and a mirror. The perfect trio for a comfortable space. You can choose these blocked and standard entryway compositions or create your own custom solution by placing different elements side by side as you wish. A puff, bench, designer chairs, and armchairs. It takes very little to make your entrance beautiful. With these furnishings, you gain a comfortable nook to put your shoes on, lay your bag, hang your jacket, and even give yourself a last look before leaving the house. Since there is no shortage of space here, you can also opt for a large custom-made cabinet with paneling system that blends perfectly into the wall, making it convenient and roomy. Entrance directly into the kitchen. If as soon as you open the front door you are facing the kitchen, a solution that suits you is a composition with open bookcases near the entrance, a shelving unit onto which you can store knickknacks, bunches of keys and letters. In the lower shelf you can place bags and purses. Entrance to the hallway. If the hallway is long and wide, you can furnish it with a closet and organize spaces such as closets, shoe racks, and various storage units. You can also combine modules with closed doors and modules with open shelves. Choose sliding closets. The opening space of the doors is less cumbersome than that of hinged closets. If the hallway is narrow, opt for cabinets with a shallow depth or for shallow hanging cabinets to be placed all on the same wall so as to ensure that the passage is possible. Remember that tall furniture in tight spaces weighs down the room and can make it look even smaller. If you like the idea of having a rug, the hallway can be embellished with a long rectangular rug. Niche entrance. The space between two supporting pillars is valuable. Enclose it with a frame with doors and make a multi-purpose built-in closet. If the depth of the niche allows, you can make a custom wardrobe that can be used as a broom closet, shoe rack, storage room, or even as a laundry corner. If the niche is small or shallow, you can equip it with shelves or hanging hooks. Entrance under the stairs or space under a mezzanine. Areas that, if exploited well, allow you to gain precious centimeters. Take into account the height and consider how to obtain a wardrobe or storage space, whether to insert bookcases or compositions, perhaps with shelves and mirrors. We have analyzed the different types of entrances and seen some ideas for furnishing entrances of all sizes. Let's now make a list of mistakes not to make. Leaving shoes on the floor at the entrance. Removing shoes on the threshold is a good habit, but left in plain sight, they convey a feeling of clutter as well as being unhygienic. Put them in the shoe rack or make shoe shelves out of cabinets or closets. Place jackets, coats, scarves, and hats on sofas and chairs. This solution is also unsightly and unhygienic, and if you really can't make space at the entrance for a coat rack for you and your guests, provide a section inside the closet with a door for outdoor clothing. Accumulating bags and backpacks at the entrance. Keep only what you use daily on hand. Don't leave your gym, pool, or football duffel bag in sight, but find a dedicated space for it in a closet. Not thinking about light. Avoid both a dark, gloomy entryway and excessive artificial lighting. Opt for a lowered plaster ceiling with spotlights, a floor lamp, a dimmable table lamp resting on a shelf, sideboard, or console table. Having too many plants. Rather, create a green corner with a single plant in a pot on the ground or in a small pot on a shelf. Choose the plant in relation to the size of the entrance and pay attention to the light it needs to grow. We have come to the end of this in-depth video on how to decorate a home entrance. We have looked at different types of entryways and come up with different ideas for decorating the space and making it practical and functional. In the video description, you will find the product categories mentioned and links to online catalogs. If you liked the video and found it useful, don't forget to give it a like. If you don't want to miss our future videos and stay up to date on home decorating ideas and tips, click the bell. You'll receive a notification every time we post a new video. For more in-depth information, you can read our blog article in Italian, How to Decorate the Entrance of Your Home, Ideas, Projects and Photos, which you can find by clicking on the box next to it or in the link in the description of this video. For more information, you can leave a comment or contact us. See you soon!